Why, good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to another rendition of our Sunday Satsang as we continue this 2021 Satsang series. Now, as many of you know, the full moon is quickly coming up on the 28th, and as usual, it's a great day to prepare for the full moon cycle. Now, this wolf moon, the center moon, whatever you really want to call it, it's a full moon in Leo coming up, which means this is going to be a kind of a dark time. Now, it represents the center of winter, but most importantly, we need to recognize it's an opportunity to really look inwards as every full moon offers a healing and transformative opportunity. This full moon of Leo really can help us shed the egoic layers or veils that really blind us and hold us back from our truth. So, the most important thing to recognize is when we're in the peak of winter, a lot of people are in that peak despair. So, there's nothing more important than to focus on the hope and light. So, we're just going to dive deep into ourselves and really radiate and unfold this power that each of us has and that each of us is. So, go ahead and get those last few wiggles out. When you hear the first three taps of the bell, we'll take a powerful with our exhale. Just make sure you take a long, comfortable breath whenever you hear that tap. And again, release it into that divine chord. As I lovingly invite you into my space of the heart, to the center point in which we're all connected, so you may live, rest, and love in harmony and peace. Allowing all bodily sensations to drop. Distinguish yourself from that in which is observed in yourself, the observer and silent witness to it all. Recognize the only moment that exists is right now. So let go of the past and the future and remain here. And as you continue to shift deeper within yourself, simply watch effortlessly, listen, know, and experience. Shifting our attention to this last tap of the bell, allow yourself to bring your full concentration and focus to the sound of the fading bell. And when it's silent, so too will your inner environment be calm, still, and empty, for you to distinguish and observe the scene of life, the inner and outer world, and yourself, the knower, the witness, the experiencer of it. There is nothing outside of you. The most important focus in truth should lie within us, our inner world. For it's even through this window of awareness inside of us that we know as me, myself, and I. that witnesses both the inner and the outer. And it's this subtle knowing of ourselves, of the knower, of the silent witness, that leads us to question, who am I? And in this spiritual search, this silent looking, we can come to discover who we are by letting go of what we're not. And as this process and path goes, when we let go of everything, we're left with what we already were and already are. That in and of itself is the power of your light. Take a deep breath and simply observe its feeling on the body, the lightness on your physical form. And as you exhale and let go of this breath, what does it do to the inner environment? In order for the light to shine within us brightly and as bright as it can, we must be still. For no work in this inner space can be done when there is bodily identification and personal identification with the temporary phenomena that arise within it. As we ready ourselves for this full moon approaching, we begin to set our hearts to the highest aspirations of change, of growth, of healing, of surrender and letting go, that we can for us to fully optimize our experience. And with this sign of Leo, we must recognize that this is the time when we must approach ourselves differently. Boil everything down to its essence. What are the pillars in which your ego stands upon? What are the walls you put up to separate yourself from others, to divide yourself away from life and experience? We must gear our questions, we must gear our search inwards. But most importantly, we must look for the truth within our heart. For it's here in this space of rest, in this process of simply being, that the love within our own experience can unfold freely, that life can express itself effortlessly through you, as you, and that you may fully actualize the potential of your experience and soul. But to do all such things, we must recognize you hold the key, and you are the door itself. The only being responsible for your peace and all disturbances is you. The power of your harmony and balance lies within your own hands. But we must let go of this identification that you are a body, that you are this person. For even the Western science shows us every day that that is but a falsehood, a misrepresentation of what is truly present. You are a being made of light, just as all things in this universe are made of light. The sensations of your body, the feelings of the form, touching and experience this world, are not truly accurate to what is actually happening. If we were to condense all space between every atom for every being on this planet, we would all fit inside something smaller than a golf ball. We must recognize that the only thing holding the energy, the matter together, is consciousness, is you. But simply understand this primordial energy and source of fire as love. For everything in this world, this universe, this experience is but an expression of that love. So, what does it mean for you, a being made of light, a consciousness, a self outside of time? Ponder and marinate in such questions. But ultimately, one can take away that there are far more many questions than there are answers in this experience. And nothing is stopping you from being a pioneer in your own world. For in truth, you're the only adventurer that matters within it. This journey of one amongst many. But most importantly, it's all a game of one and an expression of the source. So allow yourself to recognize the power and the position that you are in. You're a being in a matrix of light, comprised of that light itself. And the ultimate expression of you comes when we let go of everything we were ever taught and told. When we understand fully that we hold the keys to our kingdom within our heart, then we let go of all fears and sense of otherness. There is no such thing as despair, for there is only the light of hope, love, and courage. It's this letting go of what we're not that reveals to us what we are. And the natural harmony that presides over our experience is observed as peace, bliss, happiness. But here again, we must recognize it is but the aroma of our eternal and divine beingness, that life itself is of the same. That this calm, that this light, that this hope and love never leaves you. It is you. And in order to have more of it in our experience in our life, we must shine from our insides to the outer world. We must allow ourselves to be the light of hope, the light of love, the light of courage. And we do so by falling in love with ourselves. As we rest together this morning, we ready ourselves for this full moon approaching, to center ourselves within our own hearts, to align our spirits with that of the universe, and that we may embody the courage and strength of the lion to handle any adversity and all obstacles that may come across our experience. But most importantly, that we can face the fears within our own heart, that we can finally confront the many avenues that hold us back, and that you have the courage and confidence to let go of anything that doesn't serve your truth. Taking a deep breath here, envisioning the body being filled up with light as you fill yourself up with more and more air. And as that light continues to shine, you release that exhale and expel all tension, negativity, and distractions, and any other energetic happenings that are holding you back from recognizing your inner harmony. Again, take a deep breath each and every cell shining and glimmering with the beautiful light of your color choosing. And as you release it, more and more you dissolve the barriers of self and the space around you. And with this last breath, we allow ourselves to let go of all identification, to simply be here in the now. For it's this process of simply being that allows everything within us to unfold. And it's here in that quiet and calm that all can be seen and understood. You are love itself. So come to fall in love with what you truly are within yourself. That silent window of awareness, that observer, that knower of life. It's you that distinguishes, that recalls, that holds the power of creation and manifestation. So no longer shall you give your power and gift of life to thought forms that come and go, or the emotions that rise and fall like the tides, but to the truth within your own heart, the silence of your own knowing. And this effortless beingness is something we know naturally as we experience it often. But what happens when you give yourself the attention it deserves? Simply put, all else falls away. And anything that changes isn't important. It has the freedom to come and go. For the one thing that is absolute within each experience of ours is that window of awareness we know and understand as me, myself, and I. So, what happens when you give your full recognition to that ever constant in this changing world of experiences? It matters not how long or how soon, but the moment you recognize the effortlessness of your true form, this formless, effortless self, you flow with life. As you eliminate the tensions within yourself that cause a disturbance, an issue with all energies flowing, to simply be here in the now, allowing life to flow. Sit on this golden throne within your heart, this mountaintop of love. Direct it inwards towards yourself. And know as the creator and perceiver of your experience, it is how you see it that truly determines the view. Ever remaining in that light of love, we tap into the infinite well of hope and courage and strength. For the light of truth ever shines in this space of peace and love. As you take another breath, open up your heart. Through this process of allowing it to shine effortlessly and unfold, but simply listening for that sign, that sparkle, that radiant light expanding from you. Just as all disturbances arise within you, all hope radiates from you. And as we continue to breathe, that light of hope shines brighter and brighter, inspiring and healing all around you. Fully immerse yourself in this light of love and hold it dearly within your heart. Know that it never leaves. All it takes is a breath, a single moment to experience the tensionless state of your own harmony. So come back to it, recall, and allow the body's muscle memory, emotional and mental memory to become adapted to this space of harmony, to be accustomed to this area and realm of peace and calm. And allow yourself to shine forth as that beacon of hope, of light and love for all those who cross your path. When you hear the next tap of the bell, take a nice deep breath in, and on your exhale, release a powerful Om. Prior to this tap, visualize yourself as just an outline, your body filled with the darkness yet shimmering stars of space. It's here we must recognize that the universe lies within us. And as you look upon your celestial self with stars and galaxies shimmering and shining within your form, come to understand that everything is created through your own choice, through your own power of creation and manifestation. Remind yourself always that the power is in your hands. You have a choice. And in the coming days, the time will come when you must choose between your truth and the delusions and habits and cycles of the past. And it's here at this last tap of the bell that we proclaim our answer for this path of truth and growth, of transformation, of healing and letting go. And as we chant our Om, our vibrations and energy is not only sent throughout the world, but is directly sent to each and every heart, so that our brothers and sisters on this plane may awaken to the truth within themselves that brings each being to this place of love and light. Namaste. I bow to the divine within you. And thank you so much for joining me this morning, as always. If you can, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. But most importantly, it's really that time to put your money where your mouth is. You may hear me say that a few times every now and then, sprinkle it in there. But life right now, especially with the wildness and the craziness that's been happening, it's important that we take the time to choose what we really want within our heart. It's that time now to really capitalize on these energies that are coming in, because I don't know if you check out the Schumann resonance, or if you really look at, like, I guess you would say, like, It's more like NASA, NOAA atmospheric data. Our planet right now is undergoing a lot of cosmic changes. There's a lot of energy just blasting through Earth, and as that goes, through us. And we're incredibly sensitive to these things, even though we may not be consciously aware. Our subconscious is always picking information up. And because of these times of, I guess you would say, high energy or high tension, there's that potential. Just as much as that high tension can help you shoot a bow, high tension can also cause your arm to break. So we must recognize that this point of kind of the forks in the road is very evident. It's very powerful to recognize that you have a really good opportunity to completely pivot things in your experience. A 180 if you need to. That's the energy that you have as a potential on your side. But just as much as that energy can uplift you, just like surfing a wave, it can crash you and drag you across the bottom. So it's really important to take these next few days leading up to the full moon to again build our affirmation in our heart, really dedicate ourselves to taking some time of reflection and introspection to look within ourselves to gain the insights we need to heal the areas in which we're ready for. And when we do that, I'm telling you, life is going to start to just grace you with just wisdom nuggets, with just opportunities, with people, because you're starting to change your energy. You're starting to align with the universal energies opposed to the individual egoic energies that are kind of causing ripples in the wake. So, most importantly, highlight this is a very this whole satsang is pretty important in terms of the concept, but of the highest importance, I guess I could say, is love yourself fully. Love yourself to the point where you make yourself uncomfortable. We never learn and grow through the comforts. We learn through adversity, through conflict. And in your own experience, it doesn't need to be combative, it can be loving. So when you're being that loving adversarial force within your own experience and pushing your own change and development, whew, life will just start to just unfold before your eyes, and it's going to be a beautiful experience because you're aligning with the truths within your heart and the universe itself. So remember, all disturbances arise within you. You give power to these things. You give your hope away when you choose to focus on despair. In order to make the change, you must be the change. The hope shines from you. The harmony is you. The peace and light is you. So just marinate in yourself and it'll all unfold naturally. May the fruit of knowledge offer a seed, and in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I bow to that divine within you. And again, I love you so much. Take care. Take care of yourself. There's going to be a lot more stuff going on in these next few days, weeks, and maybe months to come, depending on how things go. But the only place that matters is right in here, everything that's going on in this inner space. Shift your attention to that in these coming days and really begin to distinguish between the observed and the observer that we all know as me, myself, and I. And as you continue this path of unfoldment, you will be that shining light of love that will help heal and transform this place. So keep doing you, you beautiful soul. And I'll tap in and check in on you Wednesday. So take care. I love you so much. Make it a great day. Make it a great week. Peace. Well, let's see if that'll even work. Gotta try to end the stream here. All right. Let's see if that'll work. Hmm. There we go. Man, YouTube's been glitchy lately. Wild. All right, you guys take care. Peace.